Well, sometimes you get permanent marker on Lego. And how do you remove it? Well, first off, let me show you a few examples. Here's some clone troopers I have. This one's partially cleaned off. It had kind of a red marker. You can see it on these arms. Someone used a red permanent marker to try to create their own custom clone troopers. And here's a helmet. You see all the red there. And I am going to show you how to take this off. Let me find one of the helmets that I've already done. Okay, I already did this helmet partially. You see, no red on that side, red on the other. So here are some tools you can use. 70% alcohol. You can buy this at Dollar Tree. A magic eraser, aka a melamine sponge, which you can also buy at the Dollar Tree. Sometimes they're called shoe erasers. A little dental pick, which costs, $2.50 on Temu, $5 on eBay, and then we have Q-tips, cotton Q-tips, and a ball of cotton. So if I'm trying to clean off one of these helmets, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my cotton swab. I'm going to take a piece of cotton off, and I'm going to wrap it around. The end of the dental pick, and then I'm going to wet it into the alcohol. And I'm going to twist it around further. Now the key here is to wrap it all around in such a way that this will also rub away the original print on the piece. So when you're doing this, you want to just get in the specific area that you're trying to remove the permanent marker from. You see that starting to, where's the camera at? So you can see it's starting to come off there. Okay, you can also take a Q-tip. I'm having a hard time doing it. The dental pick is more for fine work, so we can also take the Q-tip. The problem with the Q-tip is it's a little bit bigger, and we don't want to get rub off the other print. We just want to get that marker. Okay, so this takes a really long time. You can see this one I've actually done on another one. That's completely done, and that side was halfway done. So this is what I got done so far. You can see a lot of it's gone. There's still more left. It's just a very long process if you're going to take all of it off. Now, let's say I have something like these legs here. They got a little bit of marker on the bottom. What I would do is I would take my melamine sponge, and I make sure the sponge is decently wet with the alcohol, and then I'm just going to take fold the legs up like this, and I'm going to take the side that needs cleaning, and I'm going to rub it gently, not putting any pressure. And you can see the red coming off right there. So we're just going to do that for a little bit, probably like 30 seconds to a minute. It does take a while. It is not an instantaneous process, but this is probably the safest process that I've been able to find in 20 years. So let me take the little bit off the bottom of the legs too. So you can see right here that we pretty much got it off. There's a couple little speckles left. Let me show you one that I haven't done so you can compare the two. So on the right is the before. You can see there's still some I hadn't taken off, and that is the left. So that's looking pretty clean. Same thing with the arms here. If I had the arms, I would dip. Well, I'd honestly probably just dip the whole cotton ball. Probably dip the whole cotton ball in here. I mean, really, for 80 cents, I would just replace the. For 80 cents, I'd just replace the entire arm, but for purposes of this video, I'll show you how I do it. Now, I'm not going to show you perfect because, you know, you got to put a little elbow grease into it. So there's a little bit left. But let me see if I find okay, here's an old one that I haven't done. So you can see the difference. Takes it off pretty well. Okay, torsos are more problematic, okay? Here's one that I took most of the red off of. Unfortunately, the print also wears down. You can't even see it in the camera, really. Well, now you can. There's a little bit of pink left on that torso. And you can see where we rubbed it, the pattern is also starting to wear down. Now, the one thing you can do is you could try to take a Q-tip and get around the patterns. But unfortunately, that's kind of problematic because you have these very small, crevices that need to be filled out on the bottom, but you don't want to actually wear down the print. So in this case, it's kind of tough luck. You just have to do the best you can, because I could show you what's going to happen. Let me take this torso right here. We got this guy right here. Those are not natural. It's got like black smudges on it. So I could take the Q-tip to it. Let me go get a fresh Q-tip. Across the magic eraser, and we're going to see what we can do. Okay, so you can see we got a lot of that marker off right off the bat, which is really good. But you can kind of see that part of the pattern is not in the greatest of shape either. So I mean, then you can go through and you can take so it's better than it was. We still got a splotch there. We still got splotches on the front. So it's not perfect, but it's a lot better than it was. And honestly, if I just wanted to remove all this, I could just erase part of the pattern and get it. So I'm going to show you what it looks like if you just erase the pattern here. Like how clean I can get it, but how faded the pattern looks. So you can see what happens. You can see how faded the pattern is getting, how that wears down. So there is a bit of give and take. If you just have a brick that has a piece of magic marker, I would just use the melamine. I would just use the melamine on it. But so that's about it. No perfect solution unless you can get in every single nook and crevice, because the alcohol does remove the pattern as well. So